first thing that we want to do, okay, is we're going to look at some vocabulary. Okay, so let's just start as always. Okay, what is when you see this word, what do you think about? So, Michael, what is this?
Uh, this is one word or two.
Okay.
Uh, this is period in economic
Oh,
when we don't have a lot of economic increase.
oh, an economic. So it's an easy economic period or hard economic period
Ah,
or
at the
hard. I see. Yes, I see. So a hard economic period. Okay. Well, so we're okay. That's one type of crisis, definitely. Shoot up any other crisis example of a crisis?
Ours is something very, very harsh situation.
Mm, yes, a difficult situation, like for example.
For extreme. For example, where something we didn't or cannot expected thing cause some bad situation.
So an unexpected.
Unexpected. Right.
Wow, unexpected thing. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That can definitely cause a crisis if it's unexpected. Okay, interesting. Emily, what are your thoughts about this?
Actually, I don't know, but I'm thinking about like a personal crisis. For example, if someone been robbed, or for example, family crisis. Do you know
Oh,
what
oh,
like a couple goes through like some difficulties?
exactly. Okay.
Mhm.
Fights, maybe arguments.
Yeah.
So yeah, so crisis, yes, exactly. It's a difficult situation. You can have a personal one, but also collective in society. You can have, crises like this. So here, one crisis, it's like this. So one crisis and many crises. Okay, so you hear the difference? Crisis, crises.
Mhm.
Okay,
Longer.
exactly. So this crisis, crises. Okay. We're going to talk about a crisis here. Okay, so what do you call? So this is for everyone. This is for everyone. How much money you make?
Salary.
Salary, okay. Salary is how much money you make. Okay. Anything else?
Income.
Income is a good one. Yes, great words. Other one, it's very general. It can also mean when you go shopping and you give the money.
Paycheck.
Yeah, just pay. Your pay. For example, I can say, oh, I find a new job. What's the pay like? What's the salary like? What's the, how much money you can say make money, but there's another verb that you can use. Make money or
Earn.
earn money.
Earn.
You can earn money. Okay. So it's always better to say, so that sounds better than pay or than make money. Okay. So you earn money. I'm very good. So we're going to talk about this right here. But before we go into this topic, let's just look at this right here. So, Michael, can you tell us about this? What do you see in this picture here?
um, we see man with
Mhm.
with bad emotion. Uh, mm,
What do you
uh,
mean by bad emotion?
I think he's thinking about what what can he do?
Mhm. What
Uh,
what
or-
what he can do, or maybe he feels stress.
stress. Yeah,
maybe stressed, right?
stress, and maybe he thinks about new job, new a new company.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Yes. Interesting. And so, Emily, how would you describe like his, kind of what he's doing with his body?
I think that he's focusing on his job, and maybe he's trying to find the solution or like some problems that they got or that he needs to solve. For example, I think that maybe he's a lawyer and he's thinking about like one, I don't know, one investigation or something, and he's trying to find the answers in his mind.
Interesting. Very good. Very good. Perfect. And how old do you think this guy is?
How old? I think we're only 30s.
Early 30s. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Just quite young, I think.
Right. And what is how is he dressed?
He is wearing a gray suit with blue shirt and blue trunks and full set of formal suit.
Oh wow. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, the full suit. Yeah, you could just say a full suit. Okay. Okay, awesome. So the first question we're gonna do, it's gonna maybe just about 2 or 3 minutes. We're gonna do this one. Do you think that men, so it could be men, but we can also do women or just people, right? People in your country are earning less than they were 10 years ago. Okay. So think about that. Okay. But also don't just think about, look deeper into it. So don't just look at the how much money, like, oh, but think about what you can buy with the money too. See, some people say, oh, people, yeah, they make more because every year it increases. Yes, but is it really more in terms of what you can buy? Right. So in general, are people richer now? Do they make more or less? Okay, so discuss this right here, and then we will come back in a couple of minutes. Okay, so maybe 2 or 3 minutes discussing this question. All right, so let's join our room. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Dave. Hi.
So, Michael, tell me about so 10 years ago in Russia, did people make more money?
I think yes. I know statistic information when we had um, more profit. Mm, mm,
More power? I mean, more savings. You mean?
more saving. No, more income. We have statistic option like is income level for family
Mm.
and uh, minus inflation rate. And this level um, reduced during not 10 years, 8 years, the first first invasion to Ukraine in 2014, and after this period we don't have growing.
Mm.
Uh, um,
After this period, we didn't grow.
we didn't grow.
Yeah. Wow, I see. So the the economy did very well between what 2012 and 2014, 2010, 2000.
Yeah.
What years were the good years?
Yes, it was good years, but after after 2014,
Mhm.
we got flat, and uh, our Russian exchange uh, rate, rubles exchange rate,
I think.
devaluated.
Mm.
And now, if I compare my salary uh, in dollars
Mm.
with my salary in dollars 10 years ago, it would be big difference.
Mm.
And
A
in
big, so you say there would be a big difference.
would be big difference.
I see. So there would be a difference. Okay. And so is it how much you can so what your money buys, right? So right now with the in terms of if you look at just the number, is it higher or lower?
High,
Higher. But
high. In our currency, it's high.
it's higher, but it's less. It's actually
Yeah.
you can buy less things.
Yes.
I see. I see. I see. I see. And what about recently in the last, I don't know, 6 months or maybe year or maybe 2 years since the pandemic? What has happened?
Um, mm, yes, we have crisis, crisis in a pandemic period
Mhm.
also. But I think last 6 months we had 0 point when we recovered level
Mhm.
of pre-pandemic period.
Oh wow,
Yes, but we have the next.
a new problem.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Okay, okay, very good, Michael. That was a good warm up. So what we'll do right now is we'll just go back, okay, in a few seconds, and then we'll do some vocabulary, and then we'll continue doing the questions.
Okay.
But very good, very good. All right, so about 5 seconds.
Great.
All right, everyone. So let's jump into here and then get some vocabulary, some advanced vocabulary here about. Okay, this is the key vocabulary, the most important one. Okay, so here let's just match them. Okay, and then we'll try to use some of this. So Huna, let's start with you. You can choose whichever one you want.
Uh, okay, where I want to number 3, living standards. It is oh, living standards is the amount of money and comfort that people have.
Yes, that's a good. Yeah, that is a very good answer right there. Good. And Emily.
Let's see. I'm thinking about like maybe the first one, a generation.
Right.
Maybe it's all the people of the same age.
That's right. Maybe. Perfect. Very good. And Michael.
Earn. This is to get money is payment for work.
Exactly. Yeah. Earn money. Perfect. Back to Huna.
A during means from the beginning to the end of a period of time.
Yes, exactly. During for the time, right? Period of time. Good. And Emily.
Experience. Let's see. Experience. Oh, an ability to do a job well.
Mm.
Oh, much better.
In some contexts, it could be like that. In some contexts, it could be that, but there's one that's much clearer.
Have something.
Yeah, that's right.
Something happened to you?
Yeah, you have an experience. You
Oh,
experience something.
I see.
You experience, bad weather. So bad weather happens to you, right? Or happens to So very good. And Michael,
Skill is an ability to do a job well.
did you have a skill? Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. And Huda.
Split means a difference between things.
Exactly. Exactly. So that is the difference between some of those split. Yeah. Okay. And the hardest one, Emily.
Yeah. Increase to make something become larger in amount.
Good, good, good. Okay. So right now let's prepare. Okay, just as we often do. Maybe try to pick some of these here that you wouldn't normally use. Right. Maybe and then pick at least three and try to use them in sentences. Okay. So you can, I'll give you about 30 seconds and just try to as many as you can. And it doesn't have to be about salary. It can be about anything. Just so that you can get comfortable, using this key vocabulary. So about 30 seconds here, and let's try to use these words, at least some of these words. All right, very good. So let's start with Michael.
Um, Earning money uh, in generation of my parents was based only in experience and the skills.
Oh, wow. All right. So I would just say in my parents' generation.
Parents generation. Yeah.
Parents. In my parents' generation was based on experience and skill. Interesting. Yeah. That's a very good sentence there. Perfect. And Huda.
Uh, in these days, the medias and people are using a lot of something generations the word.
Oh, wow.
For example, M generation or Z generations like that.
Of course.
And each generation has a split between others, and they share their own characters or experiences. But similar things they share among each generation.
Exactly. So they have a lot of things in common, right? They share a lot of things in common. That's a great. Exactly. Each generation shares things in common. Good. Yes, it's exactly. Perfect. Perfect. Very similar experiences. And you're right. There is a split. There is a difference between, different generations, our parents and our generation. Good. Very good, Huda. And Emily.
A new generation should develop their skills to earn more money for a better life so that during difficult times like COVID, they have good living standards.
Wow. Wow, that's good. I think you used almost all of them. That's good. That's very good. Okay, awesome. So, that's always good practice when you find a new word and any new word to try to use it. Even if you're by yourself and you can't get the corrections, it's still a great exercise to do. So right now we're going to try to predict some of these things. First, we're going to read this. So Huna, can you read the instructions?
You are going to read an article about how millionaire men in Britain are earning less than the generation before them. Before you read, guess the correct answer for each of the questions below, then scan the text on the next page to confirm or correct your answers.
Good. Perfect. So right now we're just gonna go with your partner and just do one and one and try to predict, try to guess the correct answer. Okay. And of course you can always justify. And when you justify, you say why you think that. So for example, a person says, oh, I think it's probably this because, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But just guess, and then when we do the reading exercise where we will read and share, then we'll find these answers. Okay. So I think here let me just put this. Okay, you can find it. You can find the PDF there, but it's also in your email. Okay. And let's join our partner here and try to guess here. Try to guess what the correct answer is. Okay, so let's join. All right, Emmy. So let's see. What let's do number one together.
Mm-hmm. How much less do young men earn during their 20s than the generation before them?
Wow. How much less?
Do young men earn during their 20s than the generation? Less. Wow. I don't know. Maybe 10,000 pounds.
Okay, interesting. And is there a reason why this sounds better?
I think like that their numbers are super high.
I see. So, but yeah, because it is pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's just a guess. Very good. What about number two?
What is the fall in the percentage of the number of young women working as secretaries?
Or working as secretaries.
Working as secretaries. Sorry. Maybe 50% because before it was super common, I think, to work as a secretary.
And you think now there are less?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Percent. Interesting.
How many young men between the ages of 22 to 35 in Britain now work in shops? Wow. Mm, wow. I think like 185,000.
Okay. Interesting. Good.
And what is the increase in the percentage of the numbers of young men working low paid jobs?
Low paid.
Low paid jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Let's see. I don't know. What is the increase in the percentage of the number?
So what do you think is a low paid job?
Oh, a lot of them. I think right now, like the gastarbeiters, they work on these low paid jobs. That's why maybe it's 45%.
Okay. Yeah. So increase. So more young men work in low paid jobs.
Yeah. I think that right now it's less. That's why it's 45%.
I see.
Uh,
Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I'm not an expert with all of these things, but I
All,
try
all
my best.
we got a lot of professions for young lady.
Uh,
All right. Very good. Very good, everyone. So let's do this one right here. Okay. So here we're going to practice a skill, which is scanning. Okay. So what does it mean to scan a text or to scan an article or to
Like, I mean, like if we are scanning, like we are getting like information super quickly.
exactly.
Oh,
Exactly. So here you already know what these is. So the way to do it, and this is a great skill if you have documents or something at work, you're trying to pick up data. You don't want to read every sentence. First, you just want to kind of like, okay, where is it? So here you have 20, that's important. And then you have these numbers. Okay, 10,000, 20. So you're going to try to scan a text and try to find one of these. Okay, so something here, try to find the word secretaries. Maybe young women, secretaries, try to find it. Okay, maybe one of these numbers, 66, 36, or 50. And then the next one, you want to scan the text between 22, 35. So this, maybe the word shop, maybe one of these numbers. And then here you want to find low paid jobs or something about low paid, low salary. Okay, maybe one of these. Okay, so here, take about 1 minute here and try to scan the text for some of this uh, yeah, this information that we just read. Okay, or the questions that we just read. Okay, so I'll give you about a minute here. Scan the text and see what you can find. All right, very good. So let's see, Michael, did you find any of the information?
Well, yes, I found all of information, all answers.
Oh wow. Well, give us
One mistake.
Oh really? Wow. Well, give us one of those.
Yes, from sentence with mistakes is about young men in shops.
Oh, okay. So what paragraph is it?
Is 9,
Okay. Right
and
here.
in text we have uh, 165,000, and the answers we have just 160 or 185,000. 100, sorry.
I see. I mean, young men between the ages of now work in shops. Okay. So so it increased, it doubled, 85. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's not the exact number, but anyway, you still it's still good. It's still correct. Very good. And Hina, did you find any of the information from the questions in the text?
well, I found the question number 4, and the answer is 45%
Mm,
based on the paragraph 8. Right.
wow.
So 45% increase to in doing low paid work.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. And Emily, what was one thing that you scanned and one information that you caught?
Yeah, I caught like the information about the first question. How much less do young men earn? And young men today earn an average of 12,500 pounds less during their 20s than the generation before them.
Okay.
And very interesting. I mean,
Yeah. It is. And now the next part we're going to read and explain, kind of like we do it, because that's a very good practice because you get to explain the ideas with your own words, which is a great practice for you guys. So here we're gonna do two. So for example, here we have Michael, maybe you can start with 1 and 2. Huna, you can do 3 and 4. Okay, and Emily, you'll do 5 and 6. Okay, so read, take about a minute, maybe a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes here. And read your paragraphs, and then you'll explain. And then you can also, of course, give comments or something like that. All right, very good. So let's talk a little bit. So Michael, so tell us with your own words. Just explain. Just imagine that you're just talking. What does what do your paragraphs say?
Yes. My paragraph is about bad news for young people because in the current situation their salary less than salary same young people uh, one generation before.
Did they say young people or specifically men?
Specific men or the same people, I think.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll
Not
see
the
later
first.
on. Yeah. We'll see later on if they mean which one they mean. But yeah, here it says men, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Men or people. I don't know. I think it's not correct because it's
Well, in this one, it is about men because sometimes it can be people in general, and they can say man, but here I think they mean specifically men. But we will see later. You can that's not important.
young men.
That's
Yeah. And yes, and because people who try to research living standard in Great Britain, they show that people between uh, between 22 to 30 uh, have uh, less salary than people from Generation X.
Generation.
Yes, and this level reduced every year. Yeah.
Right. So every year, so they're making less. This generation is making less, than the previous generation. Okay, interesting. Okay, very good. And now, Huna, the next 2 paragraphs. What do they say here?
Present the research said that the women's earning between the two generations are almost the same. So it shows that the gap between the men and women are shorter, smaller, because men's earning is getting down and women's are same. So it is got smaller the gap, and it is not good situation, they said. Uh, and the millennial generation is from 1981 to 2000. And the before generation, it called X generation. X are people who are born between 66 to 80.
That's right. So we are all here. We are all millennials, right?
Right. Right.
We are millennials. Interesting. Yeah, exactly. So the women's pay stayed the same,
They
and then the men's has gone down.
down.
But so we're closer, right, to it, to the pay gap, the difference between what men make and what women make. You know. Okay, interesting here. So now this is getting very interesting. And Emily, tell us about your section.
Yeah, my section is about like that the man's pay has gone down a lot because they don't want kind of to have low skilled jobs anymore. And that's why, like, at the medium level, there are fewer jobs available. And I mean, the men don't want to do manufacturing jobs, and women they don't want to work as secretaries. I mean, that's why, like, I mean, right now it's a big gap between generations, like previous one and this one.
Exactly. Okay. Yes, because people are moving towards low skilled jobs, right?
Mhm.
Moving towards
Yeah.
that. And there are fewer jobs available, right? So for before like just normal business jobs, there are less jobs, available at those medium levels. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now next section right here. Okay. So we have let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So let's see. So Michael, you can do 7, 7 and 8. Okay. Then maybe here you can do 1, 2. Actually, maybe 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. So maybe Milo, you do 7, 8. Okay. And then Huna, you can do 9 and 10 right here. 9 and 10, you can do that one. Okay. And Emily, you can do 11, 12, and then I will do 13. Okay. So
Yep.
that I will summarize. So here, let's do this one. 2 more paragraphs. About 30 seconds. All right, very good. So, Michael, tell us a little bit about what you caught, what you understood.
Yeah. Um, Job market is growing now, and more and more young women, uh, uh, sorry, women,
If it's many, it's women.
women have doing are doing job, and they need uh, high level and skills. And the third bad news for young men, they have split between high level, high paid job and low paid job, and this level was increased by around 45% in period from 1993 from 1993 to 2016.
Right. So you see now, which is a good thing, a lot of more women are in the job market. So, the women also have the high level jobs. So that's why there are less high level jobs for men, right? They need to share those high level jobs. And so that means there are more, you know, young men doing low paid work, because now a lot of women are in the high level jobs. Okay. So that's very interesting. And now the next two, and it's Huna, right? So tell us,
Uh,
Huna.
So it stands that the number of young men who work in shop jobs, right? And I guess shop jobs means the low paid and low skilled jobs is doubled. And also working in bars and restaurants has tripled, like 3 times than the before.
Yeah.
And even though it is still that the women are more to work in those sectors than men, but the women's the number of women is down, but the young men, the number of young men are much increased. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. The number of men just increased, or the number of men
Increased.
working those jobs increased. Good.
Yeah.
Pretty good, Huna. And Emily, tell us about your.
Yeah, my paragraph is talking about like this generation and their that's this generation like the last generation earns less than the previous one. And I mean, it's like the first time when it happened in history, because before that, everyone thought that next generation gets more than the previous one. And that right now, like especially men, they prefer to work in low paid jobs, for example, to become like as an admin or service and sales, and women don't want to do this kind of job. But I mean, for men, it increased 4 times since 1993.
Wow. That's right. Exactly. So, yep, exactly. So basically, just to finish here, it's they're saying, it's a welcome development, right? It's good that we have women in the workforce. Before it was like, okay, men, high paid company jobs, women, low paid in like in the shops. Now they're saying, and I agree with them, that it's a welcome development. It's a good thing, right? That we have that. But with everything that's good, there are also some challenges, right? So they're not saying, oh, that it's bad. No. They're saying, but it's a challenge now because for some men, there's no place for them in this new economy. Of course, if you have high level skills, if you know about computers, you know different languages, if you're, you haven't, then you will be, in the high level. But for a lot of men, that doesn't exist anymore. So they have to have the low skill jobs. Okay. So this right here will provide some interesting ideas for the conversation. The next one. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these ideas right here, what is happening here, and we are going to discuss these right here. Okay. And any other ideas from the texts that you thought was interesting? What was interesting? What was surprising? Do you know about this? About women in the workforce? Do you think it's a problem that men are making less? That there are the salaries? It's the first time in history that salaries are going down. For for some men, right? Or for the generation as a whole. Okay, so just discuss these, and you can also ask the questions down there. Okay, so let's go with our new partner. Okay, so I'll work with Huna. Okay, and Emily, you can talk to Michael about this topic. Okay, so join your partner. Hi, Huna. Well, before we do the questions, what do you think about this trend or this thing that's happening with men's salaries and this new situation that we have, new challenge?
Oh, where you change. Well, well, actually, in Korea, there are so many men that do not think it is welcome development, or they think it is attack. They think
Oh
be-
wow.
because of the women they are paid low. They think it is not true. I think, but I think they feel something threatened.
Yeah. They feel
But
threatened.
threatened.
Threatened, yes. They feel
But
threatened. But they feel like their jobs are in danger.
right, right. It looks like where in the industry revolution generation, the people are hate the machines, right? They broke up
Right.
like that. Some Korean men are think it is same, so they try to then prevent women's social thing. Really,
Wow, that's not good. Because it's, the thing is, I think, that it's good that it has to be, if a woman can do the job better than a man, we shouldn't say, oh no, he's a man, so he needs to get the job. You know, it's, some women, they are very successful. And if they can do the job, it should be fair that the better person, just, but, it's true that there are some, you know, these ideas. And
right.
are you surprised? Were you surprised by these numbers, by these results?
Yeah, I surprised because especially that the researchers said that the number of men worked in bars or restaurants tripled.
Triple?
So wow, triple is very big, you know.
D times. Yeah.
Yeah, it's big step for her because it is just one generation's changing.
Right.
Well, in only one generation, it tripled. I think I was surprised then. And also I surprised that the
So not I surprised, but I
I
was.
was yes, I was surprised that each our generation is the first generation that earning less than the before. Because I was surprised because that I thought that it was only in my country,
Mm,
but it seems that it is common in worldwide.
yeah, in the UK, in the US too.
Yes, I think that those countries where the leading countries or
Yeah,
developed countries are not do not have these problems, I think.
exactly.
But
Yeah, no,
and,
it's very, it is a big challenge. It is
mhm,
a challenge because, uh, for some men, of course, some men, some people make more money, like now, like the rich or even richer. So they're very comfortable, and people that have technical skills, computer skills, they're making, good money. But before, it was maybe at least in the United States, maybe 70 or 80% of men made enough money to have a family.
mhm,
Now it's only 20% of men can make enough for family. So that's why in like
mhm.
and the woman need to work in America. If they
Yes,
want to
yes.
have a family, they both have to work.
Where
Be- Before it was just a man, the woman could take care of the kids and the man, could take.
mm,
Now, it's harder.
yeah.
And
And
so,
and Korea too, I think.
yeah. But I mean, it's good. It's good that women can work. It's good.
Right.
But, with everything, there's more challenges. And if a woman wants to take care of the kids, it's more difficult now.
Right.
Before it was easy. I remember like when my mom and my dad told us about like the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, it was, you could pay a house, you could buy a nice house, a big house with 3, 4 bedrooms and pay it completely in 7 years.
Wow.
Now it's like 30. You
Yeah.
could have 2 cars, like, okay, just 2 cars, and it was normal. Yeah, 2 cars, one for the dad, one for the mom. The mom could stay home and only the dad worked. And it was, 8 to 5. Now it's like 8 to 8, you know,
Yeah.
for some people, not for everyone, but for some. So let me ask you this, why do you think that less young women are working as secretaries?
Because secretary works is where I truly respect the work, but it is still something simpler or supporting their boss only. They cannot decide their own things. Or right? They cannot just make some initiatives or development by themselves. The secretary works makes only some organizing the schedule of the boss or pick up the phone or toast the
Right.
response, right? So
So it's like a low skill job.
there's was scared so it causes a low job satisfaction
Satisfaction.
satisfaction.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's, for a lot of women, it's not enough. Maybe before they were happy, okay, I will just do the schedule and answer the phone. But now they're like, no, I
Right.
I can do better. Right. So it's a higher standard. Right. Okay. Interesting. And in Korea, we talked a little bit about this. is it the same situation as in with secretaries and with you know, like jobs? Like, do you see more men in shops and in low skill jobs?
Uh, it is much increased before then, but still women are more in those sectors.
Mm,
But in bars or restaurants, it is part-time jobs is where younger trainees are doing all, uh, all the jobs. They were uh, the rest of their gender or sex. Only trainees,
I see.
younger, are doing those jobs.
Nice. Nice.
And I think because of the symptoms situation of the article, the conflict between the generation is severe in Korea. So
Oh,
our parents' generation can.
all right, guys. Very good. So let's just share one thing right here. That from our conversation, something that you thought about it, something, an opinion, maybe something that was surprising, maybe if so maybe let's start with you now. You were saying about the parents' generation, right? So maybe
Yeah.
share with us what you were saying.
Yeah, the parents' generations cannot understand this situation, so they say their child's generation where do your best or do some more effort. But for example, they cannot understand this situation that we cannot earn more than yours
Right.
because of the quality of the job is not available now. The conflict between two generations are severe sometimes in Korea.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah, the previous generation, they don't understand that it's a different world. It was easier, back then. Now it's more difficult for our generation. Interesting. And Emily, what are your thoughts about this article and this trend, this development?
I mean, I wasn't surprised by the results. And I personally think that I don't know like the previous generation. I've never lived there. That's why for me, it's hard to understand how it was. Even if I read the books, discuss it with my parents or with my, I don't know, grandmas or etc. I mean, like it's the taste, the way they lived, but it's not your personal experience. That's why I think that right now I'm living the best possible life ever. And I love this generation, all of these rules, and I'd like to adapt into them. I mean,
I see.
I want to be able to live like a happy life and to be happy with everything that we have.
I see. So you're looking at the positive side, like
Mm.
saying that
Yeah.
that we just have to adapt, right?
Yeah.
And make the most of it. Okay, that's very, very positive. Very, very positive perspective there. Very good. And Michael, tell us about you. What do you think about this development?
I think now this time when we need to make homework for our mistakes in previous because our parents' generation had very stereotypes about a lot of things. They say this is big traditional, our traditional, and now they have big disbalance in job market. And now we stay more free, and society uh, doesn't persuade for young people, for young ladies, and maybe now we can make uh, we make a lot of mistakes too, and a generation of our children's generation said that they have a lot of mistakes too, and but I think it's a great way. It's a right way.
It's the right way. You see? So I agree. I think if there is with everything that you guys said, and I'll just add that this is of course people that are living in the past. It's going to be bad for them. For example, if you were an expert in horses, you had a horse business, and then the cars came, you were like, oh, it's terrible. Look, I don't have a job because the horses. We don't use horses for transport anymore. You see, but the cars came and new jobs came, like the mechanics. Mechanics didn't exist before, but then there were new jobs. But right now in this world, of course, there are less jobs in some areas, but we have to create new ones, and we have to adapt, like you were saying, to the times so that we can, because we lose jobs and some things disappear, but new ones come up. And so yeah, I think it is it's good to look at the positive things like you guys did. Okay. So very, very good. So if you want to do some exercise, there's some vocabulary. You can do number 4 and number 5. Those, if you want to work on this independently, get some more practice, you can do that.
Mhm.
We covered everything.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. It was good to see you guys again.
Yeah, the same. The same.
Perfect. Well, I'll see you next week then.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Take
Bye
care. See you
bye.
later.
Have a great day.
Wonderful week.
Have a good one. Bye bye.